to bar the bubble, to accept against the general rule that he who lays the odds must always be adjudged the loser. This is restricted to bets laid for liquor, bubbly jock, a turkey cock, scotch, bubble and squeak, beef and cabbage fried together. It is so called from its bubbling up and squeaking whilst over the fire. Boob, the venereal disease. Buck, a blind horse, also a gay debauchee. To run a buck, to poll a bad vote in an election, Irish term. Buck bail, bail given by a sharp of one of the gang, a buck of the first head, one who in debauchery surpasses the rest of his companions, a blood or choice spirit. There are in London divers lodges or societies of bucks formed in imitation of the Freemasons. One was held at the Rose in Monkwell Street about the year 1705. The president is styled the Grand Buck. A buck sometimes signifies a cuckold. Buck's face, a cuckold. Buck, buck, buck fitch, a lecherous old fellow. Bucking, a bully Irish. Bucket, to kick the bucket, to die. Bucking gear's boot. The monosyllable Matthew Bucklinger was born without hands and legs, notwithstanding which he drew coats of arms very neatly and could write the Lord's prayers within the compass of a shilling. He was married to a tall, handsome woman, and traversed the country, shewing himself for money. Buckles, fetters, budge or sneaking budge, one that slips into houses in the dark to steal cloaks or other clothes, also lambs for fur, formerly used for doctors' robes, whence they were called budge doctors, standing budge, a thief, scout or spy. To budge, to move or quit one station, don't budge from hence, i.e. don't move from hence, stay there. Budget, a wallet, to once the budget, a term used to signify the notification of the taxes required by the minister for the expenses of the ensuing year, as tomorrow. The minister will go to house and open the budget. Booth, a dog, booth's knob, a dog's head, cunt. Booth nabber, a dog stealer, cunt. Buff, all in buffs, dipped to skin stark naked. Buff, to stand buffed, stand the brunt. To swear as a witness, he buffed it home, and I was served. He swore hard against me, and I was found guilty. Buffer, one that steals and kills horses and dogs for their skin. Also an innkeeper in Ireland, it signifies a boxer. Buffer, a man who takes an oath generally applied to jail bail. Buffle-headed, confused, stupid. Bug, a nickname given by the Irish to Englishmen. Bugs having, as is said, been introduced into Ireland by the English. To bug, a cunt word among journeyman hatters, signifying the exchanging some of the dearest materials of which a hat is made for others of less value. Hats are composed of the furs and wool of divers animals, among which is a small portion of beaver's fur. Bugging is stealing the beaver and substituting in lieu thereof an equal weight of some cheaper ingredient. Bailiffs who take money to postpone or refrain the serving of a writ are said to bug the writ. Bug hunter, an upholsterer. Bugabo, a scare babe or bully beggar. Buggeroch, comely, handsome Irish. Buggy, a one-horse chase. Bugger, a blackguard, a rascal, a term of reproach. Mill, the bloody bugger. Beat the damn rascal. Bulk and file, two pickpockets. The bulk jostles the party to be robbed, and the file does the business. Bulker, one who lodges all night on a bulk or projection before old-fashioned shop windows. Bull, an exchange alley term for one who buys stock on speculation for time, i.e. agrees with the seller. Called a bear, to take a certain sum of stock at a future day at a stated price. If at that day the stock fetches more than the price agreed on, he receives the difference. If it falls or is cheaper, he either pays it or becomes a lame duck and waddles out of the alley. See lame duck and bear. Bull, a blunder from one Obadiah Bull, a blundering lawyer of London who lived in the reign of Henry V. By a bull is now meant by a blunder made by an Irishman. A bull was also the name of false hair formerly much worn by women, to look like bull beef, or as bluff as bull beef, to look fierce or surly. Town bull, a great whoremaster. Bull, a crown piece, a half bull, a half crown. Bull beggar or bull beggar, an imaginary being with which children are threatened by servants and nurses like raw head and bloody bones. Bull calf, a great hulky or clumsy fellow, see hulky. Bull chin, a fat chubby child. Bulldogs, pistols. Bull hankers, persons who overdrive bulls or frequent bull baits. Bull's eyes, a crown piece. Bull's feather, a horn, he wears the bull's feather. He is a cuckold to bullock, to Hector, bouncer, bully. Bully, a cowardly fellow who gives himself airs of great bravery. A bully, huff cap, a Hector, see Hector. Bully back, a bully to a bawdy house, one who is kept in pay, to oblige the frequenters of the house to submit to the impositions of the mother, abbess, or board, and who also sometimes pretends to be the husband of one of the ladies, and under that pretense extorts money from the greenhorns or ignorant young men, whom he finds with her, see greenhorn. Bullycock, one who foments quarrels in order to rob the persons quarrelling. Bully ruffians, highwaymen who attack passengers with paths and imprecations. Bully trap, a brave man with a mild or effeminate appearance by whom bullies are frequently taken in. Bum, the breech or backside. To bum, to arrest, a debtor. The gill bummed the swell for a thimble. The tradesman arrested the gentleman for a watch. Bum trap, a sheriff's officer who arrests debtors. Werehawk, the bum traps are fly to our panny. Keep a good look, the bailiffs know where a house is situated. Bum bailiff, a sheriff's officer who arrests debtors, so called perhaps from following his prey and being at their bums, or as the vulgar phrase is, hard at their asses. Blackstone says it is corruption of bum bailiff, from their being obliged to give bond for their good behaviour. Bum brusher, a schoolmaster. Bum boat, a boat attending ships to retail greens, drams, commonly rowed by a woman, a kind of floating chandler's shop. Bum fodder, soft paper for the necessary house, or toshikul. Bum fiddle, the backside, the breech, ciars, masika. Bumbo, brandy water, sugar, also the Negro name for the private parts of a woman. Bumpkin, a raw country fellow, bummed, arrested. Bumper, a full glass in all likelihood from its convexity or bump at the top, some derived from a full glass, formerly drunk to the health of the Pope or bon père. Bumping, a ceremony performed on boys perambulating the bounds of a parish on Whit Monday, when they have their posteriors bumped against the stones marking the boundaries in order to fix them in their memory. Bum, or bun, a common name for a rabbit, also for the monosyllable to touch bun for luck, a practice observed among sailors going on a cruise. Bunling, a man and woman sleeping in the same bed, he with his small clothes and she with her petticoats on, an expedient practice in America on a scarcity of beds, where on such an occasion husbands and parents frequently permitted travellers to bundle with their wives indoors. This custom is now abolished. See Duke of Rochefoucauld's Travels in America. Bung upwards, said of a person lying on his face. Bung your eye, drink a dram, strictly speaking to drink till one's eyes bunged out or closed. Bunt, an apron. Bunter, a low dirty prostitute, half whore and half beggar. Buntlings, petticoats, can't. Burn crust, a jocular name for a baker. Burn the ken, strollers living in an alehouse without paying, their quarters are said to burn the ken can't. Burning shame, a lighted candle stuck in the parts of a woman, certainly not intended by nature for a candlestick. Burner, a clap, the blow and tip, the swell, a burner. The girl gave the gentleman a clap. Burner, he is no burner of navigable rivers, i.e., he is no conjurer or man of extraordinary abilities, or rather, he is but a simple fellow, see Thames. Burnt, poxed, or clapped. Poxed or clapped, he was sent out a sacrifice and came home. A burnt offering, a saying of seamen, who has caught the venereal disease abroad, he has burnt his fingers, he had suffered by meddling. Burr, a hanger-on, or dependent, an allusion to the field burrs, which are not easily got rid of. Also the Northumbrian pronunciation, the people of that country, but chiefly about Newcastle and Morpeth are said to have a burr in their throats, particularly called the Newcastle burr. Bushel bubby, a full-breasted woman. Busk, a piece of whalebone or ivory formerly worn by a woman to stiffen the forepart of their stays, hence the toast, both ends of the busk. Bus beggar, an old superannuated fumbler who none but beggars will suffer to kiss them. Bus snapper, a constable cunt. Bus snapper's kinchin, a watchman cunt. Busy as the devil in a high wind, as busy as a hen with one chick. Butcher's dog, to be like a butcher's dog, i.e. lie by the beef without touching it. A simile often applicable to married men. Butcher's horse, that must have been a butcher's horse, by his carrying a calf so well. A vulgar joke on an awkward rider.